You have a scar from before you could remember. Look down. Every human walking around right now has the same scar in the same place. It is not from a fall, or a surgery, or any moment you can recall. It formed in the first 3 weeks of your life, while you were still learning to breathe air. The wound it closed kept you alive for 9 months. And then, in a single clean cut, it was gone, leaving only a small twist of skin you have looked. Before you were born, you could not breathe. You could not eat. You could not drink. For 9 months, every gram of oxygen and every nutrient that built your body had to be delivered another way, through a single rope-like cable about 50 centimeters long called the umbilical cord. The cord ran from your abdomen to a disc-shaped organ called the placenta, which was embedded in the inner wall of your mother's uterus. Inside that cord were 3 twisted blood vessels, 2 umbilical arteries carrying used blood back to the placenta, and 1 large umbilical vein carrying fresh oxygen and nutrients in. The placenta itself was the exchange point. Your mother's blood and your blood never actually mixed. They passed close enough across a thin membrane that oxygen, glucose, amino acids, and even antibodies could cross over by diffusion. Carbon dioxide and waste went the other way. By week 20 of pregnancy, that cord was pumping about 300 milliliters of blood every minute, in and out, 24 hours a day. It was your lungs, your stomach, your kidneys, and your immune system, all routed through one cable. The moment you took your first breath, something invisible happened inside your chest. Until that point, almost no blood had been flowing through your lungs. They were collapsed sacs, full of fluid. The cord was doing all the work. But the second air filled your lungs, the pressure in your blood vessels shifted. A small flap of tissue in your heart, called the foramen ovale, slammed shut, and another shortcut called the ductus arteriosus began to close. Within minutes, your blood was routed through your lungs for the first time. The cord was instantly obsolete. So the doctor clamped it, about 2 to 5 centimeters from your belly, and cut. There were no nerves in the cord, so it didn't hurt. What was left was a small stub, still attached to you, slowly drying out. Over the next 1 to 3 weeks, that stub turned dark, hardened, and detached on its own, falling off like a scab. Underneath was raw tissue, healing. The vessels inside had already begun to seal off, becoming dense fibrous cords called ligaments that still run inside your abdomen today. What you see in the mirror today is the scar from that healing. Technically, a belly button is called an umbilicus, and it's the only naturally occurring scar on the human body that everyone has. The exact shape it takes, what we casually call an innie or an outie, has almost nothing to do with how the doctor cut the cord. It's determined by how the underlying skin and connective tissue happened to retract and fuse as you healed. About 90% of people end up with an innie. The other 10% get an outie, usually because of a small amount of extra scar tissue or a tiny umbilical hernia that resolved on its own. Inside your abdomen, the old umbilical vein became a tough cord called the round ligament of the liver. The arteries became the medial umbilical ligaments. They serve no function anymore, but they're still there, anatomical fossils of the cable that fed you. So your belly button isn't decoration. It's the precise spot where a hose ran into your body for 9 months and was then disconnected. The proof is right there on your stomach. That's why you have a belly button, a scar from the cable that kept you alive. Subscribe to Curious Science for more answers about the body you walk around in. Tomorrow, sound travels 4 times faster in water and 17 times faster in steel, and density is not the answer.